Assalamu alaikum. This is Naaila coming to you once again from beautiful sunny Atlanta, Georgia. As always, I want to know who is here with us and where are you from? Okay, so let's add a little thing to this today. Please give lots of hearts, and if your Ramadan was great, let's just start off by just giving out a big boom. Give a big boom emoji or spell the word boom to let us know, yes, I went out of Ramadan. I had a great Ramadan and it gave my life a boom, a big bang. However, that's the very thing that we're going to talk about today is the booms and how the booms. Hi, Assalamu alaikum. So glad you're here. Let me know where you are. What country are you calling from? What country are you joining us from? What time is it there? What time is it here? It's like 9. It's like 9 a.m. here. And at my house, we're already up and live and about. So again, my name is Naaila and I am a contributing counselor with About Islam, and I am a relationship guru. But today, this is going to be about the relationship with yourself. So if you had a great Ramadan, let's give a boom. Hey, I'm loving the emoji with the heart eyes. So let's show some of that if you had a good one. But I want to go back and reiterate, what are we going to talk about today? And that is, you can have a Ramadan that has this boom, that is going so great, that you're feeling so good about, and then it ends, and you're not feeling so good about Ramadan anymore. Like, you are thinking, are my prayers accepted? Did Allah accept my fast? Was I good enough? Was I kind enough? Did I give enough zakat? Did I use the right tone? Did I miss the night of power? Did I get it? Maybe I didn't go to the masjid and pray enough. And you have all these questions and you have all these doubts about yourself and your success during Ramadan. And it very well may be that you tried your absolute best. Inshallah. You just really gave it all you had. And now it's over and you're thinking, I'm inadequate. I'm not good enough. And you start doubting yourself and you feel depressed. You become anxious at the whole thought of what the benefit of this entire beautiful month was about. And then you just begin to just question, your whole, your Islam and your deen and being Muslim and whether or not you're a good one after Ramadan on a day-to-day basis. And so post-depression after Ramadan, this is serious. Because, first off, let's just be real, folks. We really don't know. We don't know what blessings that we have earned or the things that are the acts of worship that are really going to benefit us in this life, in the next, during Ramadan. We don't know. We do know that the promises that Allah has told us, and they're beautiful and they're vast, and no other month allows that. So that's the good stuff, right? But did we make the mark? And we don't know. Okay, so pharmacist Alex is from Egypt and you live in Saudi Arabia. I'm going to tell you, you really got my attention because I'm going to assume that you're a pharmacist because I have a daughter and she's about to start college in 2 months. She just graduated and she wants to go to pharmacy school. So I'm really happy to see that. MashaAllah. And so getting back to, we've got Carol from London. What time is it in London? It seems so far away. But I have followers on my Facebook page from London. As a matter of fact, I'm talking with a couple in London on Thursday. Yes, who they need a little marriage help. But so yeah, I've got some connections in your neck of the woods. So Nicola asks, how can we get past the guilt if we feel our Ramadan was a failure in order to improve before the next one, inshallah? First we have to do one of the things that is very difficult for us, and that is just acceptance. Acceptance of what? Accepting that Allah is in control. Accepting that you don't get to decide what benefit that you are going to get, and trusting in Allah. Even if I don't trust myself, even if I don't trust my judgment, even if I'm doubting whether or not my acts of worship were done correctly or whether or not they were done, in a timely manner, whatever it is that can be going in your head, do trust this. Trust that Allah is full of his promises. And he does the things that he tells us he's going to do. Okay, that's the first thing. The next thing in regard to getting over the guilt, allow yourself to be human. And I want us to be mindful, that when I speak of being human, I want us to look at it in two different ways. Very often, hello Muhammad, assalamu alaikum Deborah. Very often we look at being human as saying, well, that's just the way I am. And thinking that means that, you know what? This is who I am, and I don't need to do anything else to be better. And that's not true. The Quran tells us that man gets what he strives for. And so we should strive to do better. And we're not striving for perfection, striving for proficiency. And so if you believe that despite whatever weaknesses and frailties that you had during Ramadan, that you were as proficient as you could possibly be in that time, mashallah, accept that. Accept that you did the best that you could, and that you were not perfect, but you were proficient in what it was that you were trying to do. Lastly, and I think that this one is the most beautiful one. Happy Eid Mubarak to you also, Deborah. Oh, Kashif, you see my cat? I don't even know which one it is. I'm sure it's Mackenzie. That's Mackenzie's spot. That's that cat is Mackenzie. Mackenzie loves to sit over there. That is Mackenzie's spot. Okay? So, but this is the last one that we can do to get over that guilt. And that is practicing the things that we did in Ramadan and doing them afterwards. We can still do additional prayers. Now we know that Tawbiyah prayer is only during the month of Ramadan, but you can do your Sunnah prayers. And we're not fasting anymore for 28, for 30 days, but you can still fast on Mondays and Thursdays. And while we do get benefit for the acts of kindness that we do in Ramadan, Allah still loves a small deed done consistently. And so we can continue those acts of kindness. So even if I did come up short in Ramadan and I'm feeling really bad about it, even if I don't even know whether or not I'm correct in my assumption, what I can do is take whatever talent, whatever strengths, whatever confidence, whatever good habits that you created during the month of Ramadan, and keep them going and feel good about that. I did a video, a Facebook Live recently about finding joy in your pain. And this is a way, I like this last one, that when I'm feeling guilty and I'm feeling doubtful and I'm probably even overthinking and I've got some anxiety, but there's something that you can do. You can find joy by we can't continue. Ramadan is over. That's it. But what you can do is continue the good. And that's something that no one can take from you. And that's how you can get over the guilt. And that's how you can find some good. Okay, so I'm trying to, yes. Obedience and peace and love. All right? So, does anyone have any other questions for me? I'm going to go to the great people at About Islam and see if they have some questions that are for me. So I'm going to go over some question that I got in my inbox. And that is, and someone was telling me that I'm feeling really badly, because it's not even so much that I'm questioning or feeling guilty about whether or not I performed well in Ramadan. I know that I didn't. I know that there were days when I didn't fast. I know that there are days when I didn't get up for suhoor and I didn't make my intention. I know that I didn't go to Tawiyah prayer the entire month, and I'm not going to get the opportunity to do this for an entire year. And I feel awful about myself. I feel so badly about how I performed in Ramadan that I'm thinking, what am I even being Muslim for? Because this is the fast in Ramadan. The fasting is one of the 5 pillars. And I totally messed it up, Naaila. What is it? What do I do? And I'm going to tell you, this is what I told this person. And I want to share this with you for anyone else who may really be feeling like, hey, I feel just as inadequate. Maybe I didn't do as badly as that person, or maybe I did worse than that person in your mind. But this is what you can do. Pick up from where you are. Allah tells us that when you take 1 step towards Him, that He takes 2 steps towards you. And even right now, I'm even getting emotional because Islam is so beautiful, And so what I said to them is, pick up from where you are. Start here. Yes, Ramadan is over. But what you can do, you can fast the first 6 days of Shawwal. And what you can do is you can fast on Monday and Thursday. And what you can do is you can start doing better about being better about your prayers. And I know that this person in particular, that they were saying that they had also delayed. One of the problems that they have is delaying the prayer, but also missing prayers. So I said, just start with trying to make your prayers. Do your 5 prayers on a daily basis and break it up into small pieces, because no one is going to go from 0 to 100. You're not going to go from 50 to 100, but you can go from 0 to 30. And then when you get 30, well, you can go from 30 to 35. And then you can get to 35 and you can go and you can build upon that. And so what I told this person is that, there's something that my mother used to say, and there's a word that she would use, and she would talk about feeling condemned. And when you feel guilty and when you feel condemned in your spirit and in your heart about disobeying God, that was a good thing if you used it for your benefit. And so what I told this person, that if you take that feeling of, I'm not feeling great about myself at all, and you use that as a motivation to be better, what do you have to lose? You have nothing but something to gain. And to break it down into small steps and do whatever it is that you can do so that you can be better. And so that when the Ramadan comes again, and inshallah, you and all of us here will live to see it, that when Ramadan comes again, you'll be in a better place, that it will be easier for you, that you will have more Islamic strength, and you'll be ready. Because Ramadan is a fast, and it's not just a fast from food. It's a fast from your normal life. It's a fast from your normal routine. You're not sleeping at the same time. You're not eating at the same time. And then you take out some of your activities. You know, I know people who didn't go to the gym in the evening because they wanted to go to Tawiyah prayer, or people who literally took off work because of their work schedule and because they really just wanted to focus in more on Ramadan, or who maybe they worked a second job and they said, okay, in Ramadan, I'm only going to do one. And so this is how Ramadan is a fast from the normalcies of what you believe your life to be on a day-to-day basis. It's not just food. And for some people in Ramadan, it comes quickly. One day it's not Ramadan and the next day it is. You know, now I'm going to say, let's be mindful now. We do have a year to prepare, but it can come so suddenly. And for some people, that is such a shock. It can feel like too much. Notice I said the word feel like too much, because Allah does not put a burden on a soul that it cannot bear. Allah does not burden us beyond our scope, and He is so forgiving. And He is so kind. And so we have to be mindful of this. And so it may feel overwhelming, but do know Allah is not asking anything of you that He's not asking of me and any other Muslim. The requirements are the same, subhanAllah. And He does things to try to give us ease. So there are things that, you know, you can just jump in and just start right where it is that you are. Okay, so this sounds good to you guys today? And I don't have any more questions right now. I'm going to check one last time to be sure that no questions have been sent. Okay, so, and let me check and be sure. Okay, so I do have, I've got one question. Imam. Someone is asking what Imam means. And I cannot tell you what Imam means in the literal Arabic sense, but I can tell you what an Imam is. An Imam is the person in Islam who acts as the spiritual leader of a Jamaat or a Ummah or a specific congregation. And so a masjid or a mosque will definitely have an imam. And the imam, he serves as the person who provides spiritual leadership. This is the person that people go to consult. And very often the imam is the one who gives the lecture and what we call the khutbah on Fridays. Now sometimes the imam, he may appoint other people to do this for him. The other position that the imam acts as is for sisters who do not have a wakil, who do not have a guardian. The imam in a Muslim's community, he serves in that position for her. And the other question is what is ihsan? Ihsan is an Arabic word, and it actually means perfection or excellence. But I want us to take it to, I don't want anyone to think, well, does it mean that I have to be perfect or I have to have excellence? No, I want us to be mindful of human excellence. And human excellence doesn't mean a perfect person. And this is why I always talk about the difference between proficiency and perfection. But what it is that we should be looking to be better, to have excellence in faith. I'm not a perfect person. And so when I make mistakes, the excellence that I have in my faith causes me to seek Allah's forgiveness, causes me to go to him and apologize to another person, causes me to do acts of worship that will clean my heart, that will give me a pure heart. And these are the things that are the excellence in faith. And this is what Ihsan means. Okay? So I've had a great time here with you all today. I'm going to check one last time to make sure. Okay, this is the one question that we got today. Great question from I do believe it's, I don't know if it's a man or a woman. I think I do believe it's a gentleman in Ghana. I appreciate it, and I'm going to see you all not next week, but in 2 weeks. I have not submitted my dates for the month of July yet. And so, yeah, I've got to be sure that I submit that for About Islam. I'm thinking it's probably going to be in the second week of the 2nd and the 4th week of July, pretty much like it was this month. Inshallah, we'll all be able to join here together and to see one another again. If you want to find me on the web, you can find me at www.thatclaycouple, CLAYCOUPLE, thatclaycouple.com. About Islam has also provided a direct link for you as well. I can also be found on social media. And as always, I'm grateful for each of you. May Allah grant you good. May Allah send the angels to send you comfort. May Allah ease the depression of anyone here who may have it. May Allah take the benefit of Ramadan and extend it for you into the next Ramadan. May Allah allow your acts of worship to be an expiation of sins for you. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum.